Hey, hi everyone, this is Rashmi, and today I'm going to share one instance of my life through this video. I hope you will like it and you will learn something out of it. So, yeah, here I go. So, it is a story when I was working in Bangalore in 2019. So, me and my best friend, we planned to go for higher studies from Canada. And we prepared for it and we gave the exam called IELTS and we get the good bands. After that, we went to the consultancy and doing the that admission procedures and all. During that time, I got a call from my home that Rashmi, you have to come back due to some emergency. So I went back home and I get to know that I have to be here for 3 months. And then I called my best friend and I just said that you may carry on, but I won't be able to join you due to this thing. And then he said okay, and he went to he carried on the process and he went to Canada. So I was very much devastated that I have planned something for me and it didn't go well. I was very much upset. I was not able to share it with anyone else. So I was not happy. It was the very bad phase of my life. So after 3 months, when I went back to Bangalore and I was just doing the daily routine, my daily routine job. So there's this library on my way from my home to the hotel. I used to ignore that library a lot because I'm not that kind of person who likes library. So one fine day, I was just passing by the library and I just feel like going inside. I don't know why, but I feel like I should go inside, and I just went inside. I was sitting at the corner, observing everything, observing people in each and every corner of the library. So at one corner, there was one stand, and there are a lot of cards in that stand. I went there, I picked up one card. So there was written in the card that this story can change your life. So I think I should give it a chance. I should read it. So not because it can change my life, because I was free, I was doing nothing. So I think I should read it. So I took the card and I started reading it. So it was just a small story, but it has a great impact on my life. I just wanted to share that story with you people. So once upon a time, when God used to live with human being in this planet Earth, so human used to complain a lot that God, you have created this world, but you don't know how to manage it. You're not a good manager at all. So God was also fed up with the human beings that they are complaining all the time, and I just wanted to disappear. So because of the contradiction of the people, God was very much confused. Contradiction, like someone is praying for the rain next day because he's a farmer, he has planted a lot of trees, so he's praying for the rain next day, but the other person is praying for the sun because he have to wash a lot of clothes tomorrow. So the God was very much fed up. And one fine day, a farmer went to the God, and again he was complaining that God, you are not a good manager. You just created the world for us, but you don't do anything according to us. So the God asked him, can you give me any advice? Then the farmer replied that, yeah, you should do things according to us, according to our will. Then God said, okay, granted. You be the God for next 1 year. I'll give all my powers to you, and you do according to your own will. After 1 year, I will meet you and I'll see the results. Then the farmer said, okay, no problem. So the God disappeared. Then farmer, obviously, according to his will, he planted the best of the seeds, in the best of the land, and whenever he wished there was sun, whenever he wished there were rain. He used optimum of everything, optimum of the soil, pH level of the soil, optimum of the wind, optimum of the rain conditions. Everything was just perfect, and as a result, the crops were so good, the crops were so high. So one fine day, the farmer went up to the God and said, see, look at the difference. When you were God, the crops were not good, and when I am God, look at the crops, they are so high. God was so happy, and he just pat his back and said, I'm very much happy with your results, and you have done a very good job. Now let's check the quality of the crop, the quality of the wheat inside the crop. So they cut the crop And when they checked the wheat, there was no wheat inside, there was nothing inside. The farmer was very much upset and very much shocked, and he asked the god, I did everything for them, for the crops, I gave them everything. Did you do any trick or did you do any magic? Then God replied him, you were the god for all 1 year, even still you are a god. I am not God. You have all my powers, I don't have any powers. So you are the one who did anything to them. I didn't do anything. Then he asked the god, then what is the problem? I gave them everything. I gave them optimum of everything, but as a result, there is no wheat inside the crop. So what is the problem? Then the god replied that this is the problem. You gave them everything. So they did not struggle. The seed that you have sown, it did not struggle because you gave them everything. Everything was just perfect. So without the struggle, there is no growth. So the farmer get to know that struggle is very much important. So the takeaway from this story was that a wise man must the wise man must realize that surrendering to a situation help him to grow, right? He should know when to fall with the fall and when to flow with the flow. So this was the takeaway from this story. But what I have learned from this story is that you have to struggle. Struggle is very much important. I mean, whenever you're facing to a failure, you just have to fight back. You don't have to be upset. For 1-2 minutes it is okay to be upset, but after that you have to fight back. So without struggle there is no life. And by this I recall one more thing that my grandfather used to say, that Rashmi, in life, if your life is going so smooth, there is no problem in your life, then there is a huge problem. Because without the problem, without the difficulties, there is no life. There has to be a lot of difficulties, there has to be a lot of struggles. So cutting the long story short, earlier I was planning to pursue higher studies from Canada, and now I'm pursuing my PGDM from Jaipur Institute of Management, Jaipur. So the main motto was to study. Place doesn't matter, right? So that I have learned from the story, and I think it has changed the way I used to think earlier. And that's it. So I hope you like the story, and thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.